Okay, hi kiddies. I'm René Price. I'm the artist for this show, Slice of Suburbia at Ottawa City Hall. Come on, we're in a bit of a hurry here. We got to get around the freeway of life here. Here we got something that symbolizes the whole show. It's called Commuter Teeter Totter, and that's what it does. It sort of shows our daily grind or routine. And then we work our way along here to this big sandbox, which if you sort of pan the whole thing, you can kind of get a sense of the varieties of way in which we interact in our society, right from earth mover, moving the earth sort of thing, to toilet time, you name it, it's all there. And some of these models here that represent different aspects of how we relate to our First Nations buddies there, you know, domestication. And then even terrorized teddy tours, something about tourists, the racial group of the teddies being sort of rushed along there to the Louvre and being shot up en route there. The, what do you call it, trail shopper, bringing me and my buddy here, Bear, to the market. And we'll pan along the wall here for a bit of a series of these pictures that have to do with suburban themes, like this one here, like people are playing, and you can play with the little bent over carts there sort of thing. And this is called Shopper Still Life. And then this is called Lawn Guy. He's sort of buried in the lawn. It's like a gopher, really. And this is a play on what do you call it, suburban advertising, like Tim Tires, you know, like. And here we got this house, this thing I built in Cornwall there a few years ago, or had built, in its beautiful winter setting. It's called Winter Wonderland, and this thing actually exists. Some people think it's just a computer image, but when you see it with the snow, you can sort of realize that's real. And I play a little bit sometimes with computers there too. This is a very simple sort of treatment of names, really, like slight name changes. That's the one I like particularly good, the subsex shop, you know, God Transport, whatever, you know. And on, you know, like this is a car that I built which is mirrored and placed it in my backyard in the fall. It's quite beautiful actually, you know, compared to some of this stuff. Like it's not even, it's more about trying, it's called Invisicar. And here we got another thing that I did where we've just parked all these little houses and cars along the white lines in a parking lot sort of thing. It's kind of like the beginning of Suburbia. That's me actually at the wheel. It's called Out of Control. And then back here to the freeway of life sort of thing. We got all kinds of things going on here, like this duck car, if you want, which has a face of me on the other side. The church that basically has a steeple that comes down so you can, you know, go under freeways en route to church sort of thing. And the good old button freeway, which sort of, it's all of us. All of these buttons on here are all of us. Going to work every morning. And I forgot to mention here that there's even a few trains in here, the abstract expressions trains and the face trains. And then finally the Unky Butch's Donut Shop, which is basically a donut world to nowhere sort of thing, with me on top again with my red ears. And references to art, like the Untitled Truck, like a lot of paintings are called Untitled. And all of this mishmash together of suburban scenes, like the gas stops on all four corners, the parking lot, with the Pakistani guy burning to death in his little parking booth, Fort Suburbia, where you got all these tank-like vehicles sort of confronting each other, and our poor little statue that never wants to stay stood up there. And the car here, that's I call the photo op car. and again, more on my theme of what do you call it there? Pyramid houses. All these multicolored little pyramid houses, flanked by parking lots, of course, and even the Jesus power, the power of Jesus sort of thing. And we'll have a quick swing over here to look at the suburban gorilla, the happy couple that wants to do everything together until the bitter end sort of thing. And Mr. Dick Stand down there, one of the more controversial pieces of the show. And so on. This is the artist that I'm artist will travel sort of thing. So he rolls along with his rolling trunk. And other things to do with ecology, like Eco Boy, to do with kiddies in war sort of thing, the Peacekeeper Wagon. And rolling along again, we have this miniature freeway of little paintings. I love painting myself as much as making objects. So if you rode along the little road here, just follow along here, you can sort of see the variety of images. And I'm playing with trying to be as loose as possible with our Suburbia and just abstract. I'm trying to go abstract with a lot of this sort of stuff. And heck, this is only half of what I had. You know, we only had so much room to put these things up. And then more sort of thing of Suburbia here with the Redemption Heights. And then along the freeway of life sort of thing, things like the art toy talk, you know, using the Elmer Fudd type talk or kitty type talk. And then more and more of the all of the mishmash of sort of retail type situations, from the No God drive-through church to the art store in the A-frame building to the No Business Inc. You name it. The little mirrored freeway which mirrors our life sort of thing, and then goes right up to the bomb there being dropped by a B-52 that sort of blows it all away. And then on with these cars, like the Total Recall car, which they accidentally put all the wheels on one side. The truck stop with the flag that's continuously kept flying to do with Canadian pride. Wallart cart, basically, carrying these cute little paintings everywhere. Now here, from the asymmetrical car, we go to the Canadian Tire truck, which is actually, if you'll notice, the name has been changed to Canadian Art. This is the beginning of my next big project where I want to have the real thing. And this is a model of the interior of the real thing, which is mirrored on both sides. And I want to tour this thing between Canadian Tire parking lots. And then, as we end here, really, a series of cutout cars and vans with misnamed, that are misnamed, if you want, just to sort of confuse you. Yeah. And so we just work our way out here now with the parking lot or it's not the parking lot, the sandbox, if you want, again, of things, and end here again where we began with the commuter teeter-totters. So, see you later, kids.